Hi, my name is Graf Montfort Official, and I am sick of it that I'm not able to control my streams, my applications, and everything with my Stream Deck on Linux, but this will change. But how? It's easy. We are going to show you the new application what I am working on. It's called Stream Deck Suite, and it will be the new era of Linux OBS control. It will be fast, it will be robust, and it is the top-notch modern approach on how to make this application. Our backend is Rust, very stable, maximum performance, the lowest latency. The front end is Tauri, beautiful, quick, safe, everything you want from a user interface. But what hardware do we use? Not the Stream Deck. We use the mobile phone. And you use your mobile phone as well. You don't have to buy hardware. You have it already. You have one of the most powerful computers you can have in your hands with the most beautiful colors and displays there are on the market. And we want to take advantage of that. We want to show you how it can be done. Look beautiful and work perfectly. Let me show you. I will switch the scene now to my desktop environment. And this is how we code. And with we, I mean me. Me alone. I'm completely alone doing this project from scratch. I have no background in anything related to coding or development, not even web development, nothing. I'm a self-taught AI agent user, let's say it that way. And what you see here, this piece of software, this is where the magic happens, and it's called Google Anti-Gravity. And Google Anti-Gravity is a AI agent-driven development assistant for developing applications for mobile and for desktop. And yeah, that's the main thing. But what you need to know and maybe also want to see is how do we approach a new era of streaming control, stream control, or content control, content creation, or even application control. Applications which you have installed on your computer for workflow and stuff can also be controlled by our software suite. But let me show you. First, a disclaimer. The software is in early alpha phase. So what you see has flaws. And the functions are not all established, for sure. We are working on it. And with we, I mean me, again, alone. And I have a day job and a family. I do that only in my free time. So, but let's boot it up. And you will be greeted now in this early alpha with the most minimal look, what you need at the first glance, which is your classic 5x3 button grid. And the button grid indicates the plus symbols and mean, please configure me. And if you know Elgato Stream Deck and the software, it is very intuitive, and I love the intuitivity, if there's even a word, of that piece of software. What I don't like is that you need to be in the ecosystem of Elgato, also with the hardware. Anyways, so what we see here on first glance, and I tried to make it a little bit bigger for the recording, we see here a status that OBS is connected. I am currently recording this video with OBS on the second monitor, and this is a real-time event, so you will be always sure, is my OBS connected with the Stream Deck suite or not. If you want, you can also set up profiles. For example, the streaming profile gives you all the saved buttons, functions, and configurations for your streaming needs. But you are also maybe using any kind of video editing tool like DaVinci Resolve or Adobe Premiere. And you have there your button sets where you want to program certain functions on. The profile is on the roadmap of our application, but still not touched yet. We are still on the core functions. The core functions are edit a button. You will get an edit button screen and you see the ratio is off and all that stuff. But what you can do basically is you can name it. You can check here, do you want to do an OBS action? Do you want to do a system hotkey? Do you want to launch another application? Or do you want a multi-action macro? So these are the first four options on what action type do you want. We choose an OBS action, and then we choose between scene and source handling, audio mixer handling, or stream controls. So if we check the source, I have currently in my OBS 3 sources, and this is taken live from my OBS. If you rename anything on OBS or add a new scene, it will also mirror here into your Stream Deck suite. So let's take this live scene, which is currently what you see. And then you can toggle the source. For example, this is screen recording. This is the camera, what I'm using. And there is also an image. And the goal is to press the button and press save, but the function is not implemented. And then you get your icon and, for example, the function what you wanted. Also, the name is still not there. It's still a work in progress. But this is basically how it works. And we just have the UI ready, and we need to have to connect the functions to this. So this is the first step, what I want to show you. The second one is the settings menu. What we already did is we integrated the OBS connection wizard, where you connect OBS via the WebSocket. It is a very fast and reliable connection type, which every OBS installation does not depend on Windows, Mac, or Linux. Works. You just have your menu in OBS where it says under Tools, WebSocket. There are your login data. But if you are currently on your local machine, you always have localhost as IP. The standard port is always 4455. And your password, the authentication out of the box from OBS is deactivated. I would always recommend to activate it, but that's on you. I have set up my password here, and you can really test your connection and it will give you feedback. You can set it up once, save it, and forget about it, because it will be stored in a very safe environment. So this is what we did for Stream Deck Suite. What I just implemented today is this language selection. So basically, when you boot up the first time, your piece of software will be in the language which your operating system is set on. So I am in Austria, and our local language is German, and my user interface of the Linux distribution is also German. So I get German because it says automatically take from system. But you can override it in German. If you want to override it in English, save. You can override it in French. You can also override it in Italiano. You can override it in Espanol and Brazilian Portuguese. And it is already done for the things what we have set up so far. So this is through and through, the whole translation thing is done. What we just need is maybe another language, what you may want us to configure. Yeah, just drop it into the comment section. So this is Dream Deck Suite, and I hope this is a first glance, but this is where it's going. And we want to have as much as functionality in it, but what our first goal is security, privacy, and stability and performance. Those are the first drivers for the whole project. And in case of security, everything is local. Our app will not have any connection to the internet. Ever. Why? Because I am a very forefront guy when it comes to privacy, and there is no need to run it via a web service through the internet. There is no way. Now there is no way. There is no need and no plan. Everything is local. What we also going to implement is on the roadmap, but it's one of the last things, because other things are more important than that, is a local AI model which is going to help you to set up the whole Dream Deck suite for you. The vision, what we have is, you are a first-time user. Maybe you are not that into streaming or content creation, but you want to get in. You want to be in the world of streaming content creation, and you will be greeted with an AI bot to help you assist to set up the Dream Deck suite to your needs. And also this AI model will run locally, not connected to the internet. But again, it is far, far future, and I hope I get there one day, but it's one of the last tasks we have. The next step what I will implement is, if you are very interested in that, is I'm going also for the settings. There will be a third option then. It's called streaming services. And there you get your 3 top streaming service authentication logins. It will be YouTube, Twitch, and Kick.com. And those 3 logins and the whole implementation with the functionality of the corresponding API. So what we get from the YouTube, Twitch, and Kick API, what we can control with our app, we will implement 100% of the scope, what is possible. Yeah. So far, so good. If you like this and you want to support this, I don't charge any money for it when it's done. It will be open source and free for all. I would just like if you just like the channel, like the video, like the channel, maybe considering following the channels, subscribing. And I will do live streams where I am live developing the application. And maybe a sub and a like, this would help me a lot. And I hope I can show you in the future the configuration of the 15 buttons, the synchronization to the mobile phone, and the low latency what we have here. And just to put it in perspective and numbers, so we are below 10 milliseconds. And that is hugely fast. During my testing phase, if you know how a display nowadays works, it measures the electricity in your finger and then activates the function what you press. Instead of a physical button, you have to physically push the button, and your finger has to physically touch the button. But your electric field of your finger is extended to your real skin. So if you approach the display, the first thing what touches the display is your electromagnetic field, which is already activating the function. So I maybe have to put in a delay actually, because it's that much responsive, it's scary. It's so blazing fast. It's actuating the function just a millimeter before I touch the physical display. And I touch the glass of the display and the function is already done. So blazingly fast. But we can just put in a timer or a delay. Just say take 20 milliseconds or 25. This is a feelings thing, a settings thing. So we will see where it goes. I really hope you enjoy what we are doing. And this is also the design language, what we have. It's one theme. It's called Midnight Lavender. It's not copied from anywhere. Sure, everybody can do a lavender skin, but that's the first thing what we do. And one of the future features will be that you can change also the look of your Dream Deck suite with a light skin, a dark skin. So this is the dark skin. Why? Because I have, I have an OLED monitor and deep blacks and stuff look very nice on OLED. And if I would develop the light skin first, it's very taxing on the eyes. So that's why I am starting with the dark skin. But there will be other skins as well. And I also will give you as a user then maybe some possibilities to not just customize within the Dream Deck suite, but also bring maybe your own background in or your logo, what you maybe have if you are a content creator, just to make it a little bit more your own. And with these words, I want to thank you for listening, for considering, for dropping by. Please leave me a like. It would really, really help the channel to grow. And I would really, if you like it, like it. If you love it, subscribe and tell other people in your community about a new upcoming, very fast, safe performance streaming control and content control management tool called the Dream Deck. My name is Graf Montfort Official, and I'm very thankful that you have considered of being here. I am out.